Hi and welcome to another episode of Cafe Chronicles. I'm Steve. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to have a look at something called bluing. This is where the headers on the bike start to blue when the headers get really hot. You see that the whole idea is that there's some contaminants in the stainless steel, and when the headers get really hot, they actually secrete to the outside of the header. So some people love it. I'm impartial. I don't mind whether it's there or not. The one thing that I don't like is because I had some issues with the bike with tuning at the start. Cylinders 1, 3 and 4 were running really hot, lean. Whereas header number 2, cylinder number 2 didn't have that lean condition. So cylinder number 2 didn't get that hot, and hence header number 2 didn't get that hot, and we didn't see as much bluing on that pipe. So it looks kind of weird now that 1, 3 and 4 are blued, whereas number 2 is just nice and shiny. So what I want to do is have a go today at polishing 1, 3 and 4, see if we can kind of make them look a little bit more presentable. I understand that seemingly nowadays, because our emission standards are making us run the bikes or engines in general a lot more lean, then you have a lot more bluing, you have a lot more engines running more hot or hotter. So you see this more. I'm more interested in just having it more consistent. I don't want one nice shiny header and the other all blued. I'd rather them blue in nicely together, you know, all the same. So today we're going to take a little look at just polishing them up and see if we can get them to look a little bit better. So let's get going. Here's what I mean by the bluing. Hopefully you guys can see what I mean. See this kind of a tarnished color here? It's like orange in it and all that kind of jazz. Some blues and some purples in there. And then when you look at number 2, it's silver. So lots of nice color, just sparkly and shiny, and then lots of color again there. So what I want to do is try polishing it. I've gotten something called stocking tubing, I think it's called. I'll show you what that is. And I'm going to try to put some metal polish on here, and I'm going to see if I can shine it up a little bit. So this is the tubing that I was talking about. It comes in a roll, and it's got this kind of it's almost like a really strong cotton or something like that. It's quite abrasive too, really. And it comes like a sock almost. And I know this can be quite a divided topic. Some people love the little bit of colour in the headers. But like I said, I don't mind it. But in saying that, I want to make sure that they all look the same, you know, that it's uniform. So it was bugging me that one was bright and clean and that the others were coloured. So hopefully this will help them to kind of match a little bit more. I saw this little method on a YouTube video, and a guy was doing it on an old Triumph. I'll actually put a little bit of a link to the video because I had looked online and found lots of products that claimed to do this, and was kind of having a hard time figuring out which one to use and so on. And I saw his video and I thought, wow, okay, I'll try using some of the polish I have and see what happens. So hopefully you guys can see there, but that's after making a huge difference even already. They're looking pretty even as it is. I'm going to keep going and see what I can do. Okay, here's a little bit of a progress update. So you can see here now, this is one that we've cleaned. This is the one that was nice and shiny before, you know, out of the three. Then over here, we've polished now the outside one. So you can kind of see number 3 is looking you know, kind of messy, kind of orangey, bluey in parts, kind of rusty looking, you know. And number 4 is nice and shiny. Number 2 is still the same. We haven't touched that, but I don't know if you guys can see, but you know, number 4 is shining nice. Number 1 is shining really nice. Number 2, now you can kind of see that it's dull. Now we haven't polished that yet. And number 3, you can still see that colouring on there. And number 4 now, that's come up like new again. So out of the 3 now, this one here, number 3, still hasn't been done. So I'm going to do that one next, and we'll have a look at the 4 of them without having done anything to number 2. Right, we're getting there, so hopefully you guys can see. Now number 3 is starting to look nice. We're still gonna shine them up a little bit more, but it's funny, I can see now this number 4 is shining great, number 3 is shining great, and number 1 now is shiny. And it's funny because number 2 was the one that I hadn't touched, and it looks a little dull to me now. So that's a really good result. So I'm going to hit that with a quick little shine. I'm going to give this one more go as well, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I just wheeled the bike out here so you could take a little look at how they turned out. So a nice little shine to them now. And the really important thing, of course, is that it's uniform. You know, as they start to blue in together, I'm gonna like that, that's gonna be fine. But I didn't want them to be, you know, number 1, 3 and 4 all blued, but the number 2 shiny and new. And you'll notice here that I have the brakes off, calipers off. You can see I have them over here. That is a whole saga. That these are from a CB900F, and of course I've taken off the old ones. They're over here. So it's a saga. The saga continues, to say the least. But that's kind of it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. I'm hoping that we can get this beast on the road soon. It's getting so close, you know. Yeah, we need brakes. It'll stop before we can get it safetied. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys soon.